Okay, welcome to Art with Jim Freehart. We're going to do a new video for 2 classes today. And are you children all ready to begin?
Yeah!
Great. Well, we are going to start with, I have a new way to teach this lesson about drawing surfing waves, and I'm going to do it really dark for myself with this graphite pencil so that you can see and so it comes out in the video. When you children draw, if you draw a little bit lightly, then you can make changes easier, okay? So we're going to start off with turning our paper sideways, horizontally, and we're going to start off with a raindrop. Of all the things to begin the drawing with, I'm going to go right about to the middle of my drawing and maybe up just a little bit from the bottom. And I'm going to put kind of a raindrop like that I'm going to have a long tail that goes sideways right off the side of my paper. You can go right ahead and try and do something kind of like that. And it doesn't have to be exactly like that. Remember, this is just a lesson in practicing. That means the first time it's not maybe going to be super easy. The second time it might get a little easier. And each time we do it, it's going to get easier. Okay? What grade are you guys?
First grade.
First grade. And we have about 40 first graders here today. This is exciting. 20 and 20, right? 2 different classes?
41.
41, wow. So here we go. That's step number 1, okay? You ready for the next step? Okay, we're going to make a light line going up to what's going to be the peak of the wave, and then a light line going down just a little bit on the other side. So it's like just a little bit of a hill. It's not a steep mountain. It's just a little bit of a hill there. I did make mine kind of dotted lines because it makes it easy for me to change it. And you know what this part is right here? That's the peak of the wave. That's the highest point on the wave that's just getting ready to crash and fall over. So let me make it a little darker so that you can see it. There's the line of the water coming down this side. Here's the peak of the wave. And here's the water going up the other side of the wave where it's starting to build into a crashing wave. And this line is going to be our guideline to start with, this bottom line here. Because watch what we're going to do. We're going to start with another line that runs almost right along with it, and it goes up, but it only ends up going straight up and down at the end. It's not coming over, it's just straight up and down. So you could go ahead and do that. Your next line just kind of goes straight up and down there. Like it curves, and then it ends up vertical. Okay? The next line comes along, it's very close on the bottom here, and then it goes along, and then it's not even standing straight up. And the next one does the same, but it's not even standing up as tall. So you understand that's the wave just starting to get taller and taller. And these lines go right along and go right off the edge, and they're almost touching that first line, so they all kind of come together there. And don't worry if you made any mistake, you can change it, right? Just go over it. Now that's the first step of our wave. The next part, what about inside the barrel or in the tube of the wave? Watch how we're going to do that. This next line comes along, and it all starts about here. It comes along, and it goes up, and then it actually starts curving over like that. See that? This one came up and didn't quite, it's starting to come over a little bit. This one didn't even, that one just goes straight up and down. I'm making these lines really dark so you can see them better. Great, I see a lot of waves starting to take shape. Now what about inside the barrel? One more curved line, watch, comes up, comes along, and it starts curving and even more tips over. It's starting to really fall over. Now we're going to do one of my favorite parts, which is we're going to put the foam, the splashy white foam of the wave, we're going to put that into the drawing next. And that foam starts right up here, right at the peak of the wave. And see how I'm making kind of a scribbly line there a little bit? Like little water drops coming down. That's the wave curving and falling over. And then, when it gets all the way to the bottom, it splashes up. And if you make your foam with little polka dots, like you're doing, that will make it look different than the whole rest of your drawing. It does. Okay, you ready? Ready for the next step? You can always go back and put more foam if you need to. But watch the finishing part of this drawing. Everyone listen for a second? Thank you. Is the water starting to drop and crash like a waterfall, kind of. So watch what I'm doing with my hand. My hand's going to make this line. It's not a line coming straight down, and it's not a straight line, it's curved. So watch how my hand makes this natural curve. When I'm resting it here, it goes sideways and then slowly falls over. Sideways and then it falls over. Sideways and then it falls over. See that? All of a sudden, that wave looks 3D. As soon as we put those lines in, then the wave looks like it's going up, curling, and coming over like a waterfall. See? And that's almost the end of this lesson, but there's one more thing that we can do to make it look even more 3D. You know what that is? These are all good ideas, but watch what I'm going to do. Take a look at my hand. I'm going to pretend my hand's a wave. Now watch what happens when it starts curving and coming over. You see how it's getting dark in there? There's a shadow in there. Well, we want to make a shadow on our wave, so watch how I'm going to do it. This part won't be in the shadow, that's in the sunshine. And that's in the sunshine. But this part inside the barrel, I'm going to do it. I'm going to fill in some lines and make it a little bit darker inside the barrel. And that's going to make it look really 3D. So you could try that on your own drawings. Just a little bit of shadowing like that. And where's the darkest part of it? Right up at the very edge where the lip of the wave is falling over. Like this would be the darkest part in the barrel. It'd be super dark in here. I'm going to make these lines a little darker. Since I have them the way I want them, I can make them a little darker now. Do you know sometimes in the early morning when you see waves and they're super smooth and glassy looking, like they're really smooth and there's not a lot of little bumps? Watch how I can do this with magic with my finger. Right now you can't tell if that's a glassy wave yet, but watch what I can do. I'm going to put a little bit of a shadow on some of my foam here, like at the bottom. Now watch what happens with my finger when I smudge this and I pull straight down on my paper. from the little shadow, I'm making a little reflection straight down from those shadows. Just those few little lines coming straight down gives you an idea that that's sort of shiny on the shining. It's a reflection coming off of the water in front of the foam here, in front of the wave. You don't have to do that, it's just an idea. But remember, I'm not smudging it all over. I'm just going straight down because that's the way the reflections happen most of the time. They're right below the object that's shining. Okay, so I think that's it for our wave. If you like the video, then like it down below. If you want to have notifications for the next videos coming up, click on the little bell and you'll be notified. And if you want to comment, I might be able to help you with another lesson sometime in the future. I hope you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Art with Jim Freehart, and we'll have more lessons together. Thank you and have a wonderful day.